I'm going to show you a second match played between s0s and Scarlett during Grand Final at Intel Extreme Masters PyeongChang 2018 tournament. s0s is on the left, Scarlett is on the right. They're playing at IEM Season 12 PyeongChang tournament. It's the second event of IEM Season 12, which hosts a Starcraft 2 tournament organized by ESL and held in PyeongChang, South Korea. And as you have already thought through, it's probably, and it is, an offline tournament where players actually sit there on the stage and they play the game in front of everybody. They wear earmuffs, or they are in some kind of a soundproof cabin. However, that cabin is not completely soundproof, so the players normally they tend to wear earmuffs. That's just how it works. For example, if we would go on to the pictures, here you can take a look at the players right here. There's just a few players out of many more. You see that they're wearing these earmuffs, the ones I was talking about. And you can see these consistently, and they are out there, always. And it's simply part of it all. It just cancels that noise out there. The prize pool for this tournament is $150,000, and it's in 2018. 18 players. Here you can see the list of the maps. Here's the breakdown. The first place gets $50,000. At any point you can stop this video and have a much closer look. Also, you can take a look at the list of players. Probably some of these are already known to you because they come up in many tournaments out there. I'm going to show you this match right here, Scarlett versus s0s. Obviously, Scarlett has already won this. You can also take a look at racial distribution, map statistics. You can watch some of these matches at AndYouLeftTHeGAme YouTube channel. You can find AndYouLeftTHeGAme YouTube channel by typing AndYouLeftTHeGAme in YouTube search bar, and you may come up with two channels or one. If you come up with the one without blank space, click on it and it will take you straight to the channel where you can find the video that you want to watch. On the other hand, if you come up with the channel that has blank space in it, click on it, go to featured channels, which is right there on the right side. Click on AndYouLeftTHeGAme and it will take you to the main channel. Now that we know about the YouTube channel, the tournament and the match, let's go to the players. The first player I want to show you is s0s. He goes by the name of Kim Yo-jin. He's 24 years old. His race is Protoss, and he goes by quite a few nicknames and another alternative ID. That's Shy. His legacy dates back to 2011. You can stop this video and go through all this information out here, or just go to the website itself, where you will be able to familiarize yourself with this player, his history, his matches, and his trivias right here. For example, he gained the nickname Cash O Cash after winning 200,000 winner purses, 2013 WCS Global Finals, and IEM Season 8 World Championship. He went on to win a third 100,000 purse in the 2015 WCS Global Finals. So that should probably be added as something like 100 Cash O Cash 100 to commemorate his third winning, or something like that maybe. In any case, you can also learn about his awards, achievements in various tournaments. You can see the breakdown of the tournaments he won the most money in, championships, and interviews that date back to 2012 here, but there could be more out there on the internet. You can also check out his gallery, how he looks like. His opponent is Scarlett. Scarlett is a Zerg player. Her name is Sasha Hostin. She plays for Team Expert, and she had many alternative IDs and nicknames through the past. And she made over $250,000 versus s0s, who made more than $500. She made more than $250,000. Here you can also stop the video and have a much closer look at her achievements, trivias, and history. You can see notable premier, major, and minor tournaments. You can also learn about these tournaments by Googling them and going to their respective websites. There are also matches and VODs that you can watch, interviews that you can read about her that date back to 2012, articles, and you can check out her pictures. Now that we know about the players, the channel, the tournament, and the match, let's go to the game. s0s versus Scarlett match 2. Scarlett is in the lead by a win. Now this time s0s has to try and win this. Obviously Scarlett is in the lead, so there's more pressure on s0s in the grand scheme of things. He's losing the game. He goes for the gas, opening a pylon and the gateway. Here his probe scouts through and sees that there was a super early hatchery build, the second hatchery, and Scarlett does not have any Zerglings in production, I guess, due to this second hatchery. No super. What I mean is that there are no super early Zergling cheese play. However, it's a kind of questionable what's better, to have 2 hatcheries and cheese Zerglings or have 1 hatchery and cheese Zerglings. Probably depends. Sometimes, just sometimes, maybe those 2 Zerglings coming super early are better than 6 a little bit later. It could be. But we now are looking at the professional play, and it looks like if there's going to be cheese, it's going to be with 2 hatcheries. Here we see that s0s is building himself a second base, and cybernetics core. I think that there's also a Stargate built, so we'll see some harassment going on. On the other hand, Scarlett is moving in for another super early hatchery, 2-minute hatchery out there. So if s0s is not going to start with any kind of harassment efforts, such as for example Phoenix or Oracle play, it could be that Scarlett won't have a problem overproducing her opponent. It looks like that Oracle was, that Phoenix, so they wanted to say, was being sent out to hunt overlords. However, unfortunately for s0s, he did not find that many. And there's one here, but if s0s wants to make a difference, he must find more. If 5 overlords would be killed off, I think that would be a truly significant prize for s0s. Now here we see that he decides to open up his 3rd nexus inside of his vicinity here, and unfortunately that area out there is not as rich in mineral patches as other mineral lines, so this does make him a little handicapped if Scarlett has opened, as she did, her 3rd base in a location that has a lot more mineral patches. Eventually this will reward the player with more minerals if it's fully mined. Now we see that the Zerg player has been on the defensive for some time, and this makes s0s move on the offensive, so we'll see 5-minute adept attack, so they'll try to shade in. The last time s0s did that, it turned out to be an absolute disaster, and it seems that s0s is suspecting the same right now. He probably believed that Scarlett has droned up too much instead of going for a serious economic expansion, and those adept could be a win. However, it's a probably, I kind of suspect it's some kind of a depth cheese, where a player builds up many depths by 5 minutes, shades into his opponent's mineral line at the main base or second base, and kills all those drones, in turn gaining a distinctive advantage. However, it turns out that Scarlett was ready for this, and the last time those adepts were destroyed with a relative ease. So far, s0s is not gaining much from his attack. However, he didn't lost anything either. So that's very important. In Starcraft 2, it's very important not to fight losing battles, because it's better to reinforce that army and attack later and win, rather than lose an army and try to re-establish that army once again. It looks like we're gonna go into very serious play, where both players will have multiple bases. As you can see, s0s already went for a 4th base, while Scarlett has 3 on the map, but probably actually has at least 4 that with one that wasn't scouted yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if there are 5. Also, in this drop, we see evidently clear that Scarlett has been waiting for such a play as a drop. It seems that Scarlett is playing super defensive play here. I wouldn't be surprised if she's about to make a very significant offensive. Obviously, none of the sides have lost much, but s0s is being a lot more active than Scarlett. Now we'll see an illusion Phoenix going in Scarlett's bases, and here we're going to learn more about Scarlett's play. And it looks like she has chosen to play lurkers, and when the lurkers have been scouted, s0s has ordered a tactical withdrawal for its forces. Archons are being made. And those colossus are truly making that area under control here. However, quite a few banelings could carve through that with a relative ease, I guess. Here we see a lurker drop, but s0s has been ready for it. It seems that not all the forces are being sent out to fight as it could have been. But some of the forces are left inside of the main base so that drops could be defended. Now Scarlett has many overlords into s0s's bases, and that provides valuable intel. We see more drops coming in. Here's a Hydralisk in the main base. The main army is fighting s0s in the center. Lurkers are being dropped in s0s 3rd base. It seems that it's really bad. s0s just can't handle so much activity here, and can't do anything against those overlords just yet. Lurkers are being dropped all the way through into the main base. Also, cannons are not being built. However, s0s relies on troops to take care of those lurkers that are being dropped. In any case, there are quite a few lurkers and not enough observers, so finally some of the observers showed up. But if s0s is being attacked in the second base, another attack comes out in the third base. It's a very, very beautiful play from the Zerg player. Here we see a powerful assault onto the main base. There are also additional forces south of the third base. It looks like s0s is being surrounded. It's very, very bad. Lurkers are everywhere. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful play from the Zerg. The Protoss is attacked everywhere with drops. The Protoss is losing his second base, he's losing his pylons, his economy is being tarnished, and his supply is being reduced greatly. In any case, as you can see here, not that many workers are mining. In any case, Zerg has very tactically attacked the pylons. As you can see, the supply has dropped by quite a bit, and that means it's 2-0. Scarlett is further in the lead.